Good morning, everyone. Thank you for attending the normal here at Texas State, and that's a press conference for something big, and we're doing it again. It's a great day for Texas State. Obviously, the national landscape, college athletics, things change quite a bit, and for really the last 3.5, 4 years when the students implemented a fee, seems like we've worked on this every day, and we've been out pushing Texas State. And the beauty of it is so many more people know our story now. And Texas State has gone nationwide, and I'll share some of that with you all later of the process, the things we've done. But we are here today to announce that 16 months after Carl was here, this is why I say never burn bridges in our business. Carl was, the commissioner of the Western Athletic Conference, and now he has moved to the Sun Belt and is going to build up another league, and we are proud that the presidents of the Sun Belt saw Texas State as a viable institution. Dr. Trout's going to come speak in a minute, and then Carl and I'll get back up and do some more, and then we'll have some questions and an answer session. But I do want to tell everybody we also are going to have a reception at 5:30 today in the club level, and we want everybody to come there, and we'll have some food and some beverages and some good Bobcat social hours. So I'm going to bring up the president of Texas State University, Dr. Denise Trout.
Thank you, Larry, and good morning, everyone. And let me welcome you to this press conference. As you know, these are very exciting times for Texas State University athletics. As we prepare for our transition to FBS football this summer and for our opening game against Texas Tech in the expanded Bobcat Stadium this September, other transitions, as Larry said, are also underway. But before I make a very special announcement and turn the microphone over to others, I want to take a moment to express my appreciation to Texas State's Director of Athletics, Dr. Larry Tice. I think you all know that for several years, Larry has led our efforts to make a successful transition to FBS football and to complete the beautiful facility that we need in order to make that transition. But simultaneously and behind the scenes, Larry has been deeply involved in positioning our university amid the many changes that were taking place in conference configuration, interacting with dozens of athletic leaders across the country to assure the very best possible outcome for Texas State. And with the announcement that we are about to make, Larry has once again led our athletic department to an outstanding outcome. Thank you very much, Larry, for your successful work. So now, I am very pleased to announce that as of July 1st, 2013, Texas State University will join the Sun Belt Conference. We are very excited about this opportunity, and along with Georgia State University, who recently announced that they also are joining the Sun Belt, we look forward to a very bright future. So now, let me introduce the Commissioner of the Sun Belt Conference, Carl Benson.
Good morning, everyone, and thank you for attending today's press conference. It is a pleasure to be back in San Marcos, and it is another great day for the Bobcats. And yes, Yogi, it's deja vu all over again. On behalf of the Sun Belt presidents and chancellors, I'd like to officially welcome Texas State to the conference. Like Texas State, the Sun Belt is not the entity it was 10 years ago. Our members' academic characteristics have shown remarkable growth and improvement, just like Texas State. Our athletic characteristics have also improved greatly, including many new stadiums and arenas, just like Texas State. And our demographics have changed, and like the 30,000 plus students here on the Texas State campus, there are several Sun Belt members that are at that 30,000 or approaching that number. Texas State and the Sun Belt are a perfect fit. And while the Sun Belt may lose one of its members in the coming days, Texas State is a tremendous replacement for the Sun Belt. And as we did back on April 9th with the addition of Georgia State, the Sun Belt gets better today with the addition of Texas State. And under the leadership of President Trout and Larry Tice and all the coaches and student athletes and the many donors and season ticket holders who have helped build and shape the university in the last 10 years, great things are in store for the Bobcats. Beginning in the fall of 2013, Bobcat teams will be wearing the Sun Belt patch on uniforms and winning Sun Belt championships and playing in bowl games and NCAA championships as a Sun Belt member. President Troff, Larry, and all the Bobcats, welcome to the Sun Belt.
As I mentioned before, it has been a long process, and we had a head coaches meeting a few minutes ago, and one of our coaches asked, when is this going to end? And it's not. I think in the next 4 days, 4 weeks, 4 months, 4 years, it's going to keep changing. That's just college athletics, and that's what happens. So I think it's important for us every day to internally get better, keep raising money, keep selling tickets, keep doing what we need to do, keep building facilities, so when the music stops, we do have a chair. And we're fortunate that may not happen for a few others out there, and it's a shame, but I think it's a tribute to Texas State and what we've done. I think the positives for us now, we're moving into a conference that has bowl tie-ins. We know at the end of the year we have 2 of them already under contract, and if we win our number of games and we sell tickets, there's other at-large chances. There was Sun Belt sent 3 teams to bowl games this year. So Texas State can do that. But we can only do it if people are in the seats, because when you get down to those, when you're not automatic bids and you're fighting for another team, if they're 6-6 and they've averaged 30,000 fans, even if you're 8-4 and you've averaged 18, you're not going to go. So it's important for our fans, our students, and everybody to come to the games and support Texas State. I do have to say, I think Coach Fran's watching this somewhere. He is actually, I just left the past 2 days in Western Athletic Conference meetings, which it was a tough time for some people. He's actually back there at the football coaches meeting, and I told him to stay there so we don't get shipped off on the road for the next 6 home games. I said, you better stay there and protect our turf for the next couple of days. But I've had a lot of questions in the last couple of days, a lot of emails, people asking, what have you done? Can we see? I want to see everything you sent out. And I will do that. I will post this presentation because I think it's important for Bobcat Nation to see what we took out there and have been selling. And this is a booklet. I mean, my life is in this booklet, and we put it together about 3 years ago. And this booklet changes every week. Bob Gratz changes it for us. But I'm going to post this booklet on the website, and I'm also going to either during the track championships or the baseball championship, and I'll set a time. We'll either do it in this room or we'll do it up there. I'll carve out about an hour of a Saturday or a Friday night and bring Bobcat Nation in here, and we'll talk about how we got to where we are, the university where we stand, what I think college athletics has to offer in the future. Because I think as we move forward, we all need to be on the same page. We all need to know what's in this booklet and how to sell our story, because it's a great story. When you see the things in there, and I think we're going to give some of the media some of the charts today, but there's a lot of positives going on here, and we need to be proud of where Texas State is and where Texas State is going. I think it is no secret, the Sun Belt is going to lose some teams in the next few days. We're in a league where we have a chance to add teams. Everybody says, well, is there a problem? You and UTSA are probably going to be in different leagues. No, Lynn Hickey and I have already talked. We plan on playing each other. It would be a shame if we didn't play home and home with UTSA and everything every year. Because with college athletic finances today, to not bust 45 minutes down the road and play somebody is crazy. So we should play home and homes in football and every sport every year. It would be crazy not to. So we are in a good spot. The Sun Belt has an ESPN TV contract. Just so you'll know, ESPN was here on Friday, had lunch with Coach Fran and I, toured the stadium, looked at everything, was in shock at everything Texas State has to offer. And they said they will do everything they can to get Texas State on some ESPN games, which I think is good for us down the road to showcase our university. Now, We also know those could be games on a Wednesday night, a Thursday night. I remember one year TCU played every day but a Sunday. But that's what happens, and we need to be here and support the university. But I will take this story out to Bobcat Nation. We'll do it. I want everybody to see exactly what we've done, because I think it's good for everybody to be on the same page. And the final thing, though, really in this, the decision is made for these conference realignments, in this case, of about 26 to 28 presidents, commissioners, and TV executives. It wasn't, if you got it on Facebook or you tweeted, you did everything. It was done in a room. And I don't think, I mean, I know I'm going to get the question, and yes, we did tours. We gave other conference commissioners, came to campus, talked to us, looked at Texas State. That's why I think Carl's the smartest man in America, because Carl and the Sun Belt saw exactly what Texas State has to offer. But we did talk to other conferences. They did look at Texas State. So I think that's a tribute to what Texas State has to offer and where Texas State is going. So we're going to wrap that up. I know I've got some media questions, and we're going to do that in a one-to-one type setting with some cameras, and Dr. Trouth and Carl and I will all be available for interviews afterwards. And hopefully everybody comes back today at 5:30 into the club level so we can celebrate this day and move forward as a member of the Sun Belt Conference. I appreciate everybody coming today, and go Bobcats. We'll do a couple question and answers here, and then we'll do a couple one-to-ones afterwards. Does anybody out, media or anybody, have some questions now? Or do you want to wait and do them now? Let's take some now. There's my neighbor over there putting me on the spot. I'm going to let Carl answer that, because I don't know if you're asking today or next week.
Test. The current membership of the Sun Belt going west to east is North Texas, Arkansas State, University of Arkansas Little Rock, Louisiana Monroe, Louisiana Lafayette, South Alabama, Troy, Alabama, Middle Tennessee, Western Kentucky, Florida Atlantic, and Florida International, and Georgia State, and now the addition of Texas State. And again, I think it's pretty certain that that there will be changes in the Sun Belt membership. So that's the current. Our goal is to regionalize and to be able to create some efficiency. We think it's important to be in the state of Texas and the state of Florida. That obviously does create a certain amount of distance and geography, but to be able to create at a minimum two 6-team divisions will be our ultimate goal to get to for July 1, 2013. And when you look at the 2 Arkansas and the 2 Louisianas, they obviously are the ones that have the geographic connection to Texas State. Right now, in order to do a championship game, you need the 12 football playing members. Of our membership, University of Arkansas Little Rock is a non-football member. So again, with some of the assumptions, and you all are smart enough to read what's out there, that to get to 12 football right now may be difficult. I think one of our goals would be to add an additional non-football member to balance University of Arkansas Little Rock, and to have 10 football playing members and 12 overall. Now, the efficiency is probably better or more important in all the other sports besides football. It's the men's, women's basketballs and the volleyballs and the soccers and the baseballs that can play divisionally and play within your region and not have to make the trip to Florida or to Atlanta on an every year basis. So that's where the travel efficiency comes to in terms of the two divisions. Anything else from a group standpoint? And again, I would say again that, and Larry mentioned this, that as far as UT San Antonio and their expected move to Conference USA, Louisiana Tech's move to Conference USA, in my opinion, the Sun Belt, hit a home run with Texas State. And again, not to be disparaging, but I think that what you have here is tremendous, and these two here are stars. So Sun Belt is fortunate to have Texas State as a member.
Any other questions? I will tell you, the Sun Belt office sent out some comparisons this morning in the different divisions and the conferences, and it's really, last year the Sun Belt Conference versus Conference USA was 8-8 in football, and the Sun Belt Conference versus Conference USA in basketball was 23-24. So we are very comparable and similar, and actually moving into the future, we may be overall in a tougher conference what we just moved into. So it's not going to get any easier, I can promise you that. And from a recruiting standpoint, obviously we are going to focus on the state of Texas. But anytime you give your coaches a chance to go to Texas, Arkansas, Louisiana, Alabama, Florida, Georgia, and Mississippi, you have a chance to be really good. And I think our coaches are excited about that opportunity to be able to recruit in that college athletic landscape. So, no more questions?
Let me follow up on that, because I think it's an important point that in terms of conference structure and in the hierarchy that has been in place over the course of the last several years with the, quote, non-AQ conferences, the WAC, the Mountain West, Conference USA, Sun Belt, Mid-America, and those 5 conferences. And those conferences will still be kind of the peer conferences that the Sun Belt will compete against and compete for notoriety and recognition. With the changes that have happened in the Mountain West and Conference USA and the WAC, the Sun Belt is in a great position to move up in that hierarchy. And whatever competitive gap that there may have been between Mountain West, Conference USA, and the Sun Belt has shrunk considerably. And the Bobcat teams across the board will compete, be able to compete against those conferences in I think in fine fashion. So despite all this uncertainty, and I've said this before over the last 2 months now since I've been on the job, the Sun Belt has taken advantage of this unsettled time to really rebrand itself, to rebuild itself. There will be a new look to the Sun Belt coming July 1/13. Besides new membership, there will be a new branding effort to promote the Sun Belt as an up-and-coming conference, and Texas State certainly will be a big part of that.
Okay, that concludes the press conference, and we appreciate everybody coming. And once again, don't come back just for 5:30. Come back for all the football games and all the volleyball games and soccer and men's and women's basketball. We need Bobcat Nation. So thank you all for coming. Appreciate it.